Joining us to discuss this on the news is Joi John, who's a political analyst from Belcrest Institute, and she joins me from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please unmute your device?
There we go. Okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's nice to have you around too. So how do these U.S. attacks, so to speak, change the situation between U.S., Iran, and other countries in the Middle East?
You know, it sends a clear message, not just to Iran, but to the broader international community. And what it means is, the message is very clear that America will defend its interests and allies. The U.S. military remains the most capable fighting force in modern history. I would say, in fact, probably the most efficient fighting force in the world. Allies like Israel will welcome this development as it strengthens the posture in the Gulf and puts Tehran on notice. On the other hand, critics will question if it escalates the conflict. Both may be true.
Well, talking about escalation in this conflict, well, what do you think Iran might do next after saying it could respond in different ways to the attacks?
So, what Iran might do next, did you ask?
Yes.
I don't want to run on speculations, but going by reports of what transpired in the last few hours with Operation Midnight Hammer, Iran may be under pressure to retaliate or respond, but it is also safe to assume that they will also understand the cost of escalation. However, I can tell you that the U.S. is on high alert for any retaliation from Tehran out of abundance of caution, and Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait are also on a high alert as a conflict, if it escalates beyond this, may spread into their region. And there is also the probability that Iran may not attack the U.S. directly, but they could lean towards, its network of proxies, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria. But a direct confrontation with the U.S. is unlikely.
All right, so in your own opinion, how do you think Iran's condemnation of the strikes as violations of international law and the UN Charter affects its diplomatic relations?
So it gives Tehran a platform, especially with Russia and China here, to push a legal argument on that stage. But there's a saying that those who want equity must come to equity with clean hands. So facts matter. And in this case, if we have to go by facts on paper, Iran has a long standing, like a long record. They have long violated international norms. And so while some nations may express concern here, very few will see this as unprovoked because there has been that history. The strike overnight targeted nuclear facilities, and it was precise and lawful under the right of self-defense, and of course reinforcing global red lines. So we'll just see how it goes on that note.
And do you foresee the possibility of ongoing talks around Iran's nuclear program?
Honestly, it makes diplomacy harder in the long run. It makes it harder with what has just happened. History shows that military actions can reset stalled negotiations, but if regional players like Oman and Qatar can mediate, we may find our path back to diplomacy.
All right, thank you so much, Joi John, for sharing your thoughts with us on the news.
Thanks for having me.